In this video, we'll learn how to raise a complex number to a power. So let us consider 3 minus 2i, and we want to raise it to the power of 6. Now, one way of doing this is multiplying 3 minus 2i with itself 5 times, or create 6 brackets in order to find this expression. But this is a tedious process and you can easily make a mistake. So what I want to show you is a method built on the Moivre's theorem. For what the Moivre's theorem says is that for all real values of n, it is true that cos theta plus I sine theta raised to the power of n would be equal to cos n theta plus I sine n theta. So if we have a complex number of z in the format of r, or the modulus, times cos theta plus I sine theta, and we raise that complex number to the power of n, then that result would be r to the power of n times cos n theta plus I sine n theta. So let us try this method with our complex number. So we have our complex number of z is equals to 3 minus 2i. And we want to rewrite z in its modulus argument form. And in a previous video, I showed you how to find the modulus and how to find the argument. So for this example, we have the modulus as the square root of 13. And we can find the argument as negative 0.588. And remember to keep the decimals because we are going to multiply that by 6. So if you don't know how to rewrite a complex number in modulus argument form, I recommend that you go watch our video on that. So that means that z would be equal to the modulus, which is 13, times cos of the argument, which is negative 0.588, plus I sine negative 0.588. So now we have rewritten the complex number in its modulus argument form. Now if we apply the Moivre's theorem, we have z to the power of 6, which is equals to the square root of 13 raised to the power of 6, times cos with the angle of negative 0.588 times 6, plus I sine with the angle of negative 0.588 times 6. And when we simplify that, we have 2,197 times cos of negative 3.528 plus I sine of negative 3.528. But that's not our final answer. What we need to do now is multiply the two terms in the bracket with 2,197. So I simply multiply out. So when I multiply out, I have z to the power of 6 is equals to negative 2,035 plus 828i. So that is how we raise any complex number to a power, by applying the Moivre's theorem.